Ton plus check out in the first leg. Not meant to be.
100.
But a nice layup for a possible 13 darter here for John. That was a great win yesterday for Gilbert against Hendo. It was a good win for other people as well, because stopping someone getting from 10 points or to 10 points bunches the group up a little bit. And John has just bunched those two darts together to take the first leg in 14 darts. And we started with quality, and all day yesterday, that is what we had. You're usually first into the building, and John was this morning at 7:30. Shots on this time for Hendo, double 18, and that fixes a few ills from the second leg, doesn't it?
Henderson.
Wonderful. Another ton plus finish to add to the 13 that we had yesterday.
Well, they call Tuesday moving day here at the Super Series. And John Henderson is moving on up. A 4-0 whitewash win against the one man to beat him yesterday. An average of 98.56, checkouts of 121 and 156. That is a spectacular showing from the Highlander Henderson in the opening match of the morning.
What he needed yesterday, but people weren't giving him that. This is a good double for Robinson. He's won a weekly title on this before, but he hasn't won the leg.
My concern for Reece Robinson now is how quickly can yesterday's mindset become today's.
Tommy Morris.
Because he's missed his chances. Morris has taken his, and he finds himself the single 18 to do that.
He's just done a Luke Humphreys there, teasing us for the third dart.
100.
I did find the mark eventually. Can Tommy Morris put Robinson into another pile of misery?
Well, it remains Reece Wooden Spoon at the moment as Morris runs riot for the second successive day. A 4-0 win against Robinson yesterday, a 4-1 win against the same opponent today, and the stats don't lie, a 98.28 average up there with that John Henderson produced in his opening match, though 4 out of 5 on the doubles helped Morris get there. Robinson had a 9.
Harrison is not looking at double 16. He's looking at that and a 2-0 lead.
Andreas Harrison.
He's at it again. It's got to be smart here. Double top.
28.
And that might be that.
Andreas should require 72.
Harrison has been 30% on his double so far. If he's just a little sharper than that, this could be the end of the match.
52.
Wow.
Niall, you require 40.
Did not execute that well at all. Doesn't quite pull the lever yet.
Game shot.
Culleton clings on.
Niall Culleton.
That camera angle of Harrison's darts going to the board is fascinating, isn't it? Well, this one will be a good height for Andreas.
84.
Compared to the match dart he had in the previous leg. Same height, just go a little bit further right.
Game shot.
And there it is. Harrison hits. Harrison wins. And it's another convincing victory. The opening 3 fixtures have seen very, very one-sided showings. Henderson 4, Van der Meijden 0, Morris 4, Robinson 1, and Andreas Harrison 4, Niall Culleton 1. Again.
Here we go. Come on, Reece. You know you want to. Oh, so close.
125. Go what you require, 116.
Well, maybe that's what he needed. A little cheeky grin on his way back from Reece Robinson, but maybe that is what he needed, just to feel like Reece Robinson again.
Required 25.
Well, that got everybody excited. Maybe just a little bit too excited. But that is a brilliant leg for Robinson.
Reece Robinson.
Do you know what I think in that sport? And people will call me mad. I think that was all right.
It's one of the only ingredients we haven't had this week. Double 18 for Gilbert. And that could be the end as Robinson goes for his second 25 checkout of the match.
Completed it this way previously. Now double six. And finally, Reece Robinson has a victory to his name in what has been a remarkable and tough couple of days so far for Reece, but he was more himself. He had that bold and brilliant bull attempt in the match. It didn't quite come off. He got two of them, missed the third.
Watch out, everybody, on the senior circuit this year. Hendo might want more major glory. But first, he has to make a decision as to whether to go for the bullseye. I think he's going to gamble.
Yeah, it has become a little bit of a thing for him.
Niall, you require 142.
He did it actually against the same opponent yesterday in a similar spot. His opponent was on a 2 treble to double shot. And Henderson thought, well, rather than going for the bull and leaving a double 55. That I don't favour, I'd rather tee up tops. That's what he's done. But he hasn't hit it. Does get double 10 though, just sneaks it in.
John Henderson.
And levels the match with a break back.
Calculated gamble.
That's exactly what he does. And he makes it look easy. 54,
John
tops.
Henderson.
Smooth. Superb.
Full flag is
with this shot, but it's still a 3-darter. And that, again, was a calculated gamble, because I get the feeling if Niall was on something smaller, he would have gone 42 tops. By getting the 25 and the single 17, he was trying to guarantee 3 darts at tops again to win
40.
Again.
4-0 in his first match. 4-1 in his second.
The match, John Henderson.
The Highlander is flying high at the top of the Group A table. John Henderson defeats Niall Culleton convincingly, comfortably. A 4-1 success, an average again in the 90s, just shy of 94. The finishing was fine, 4 out of 6, including a brilliant double check out for that 1-3-4.
I don't know what it is about people from Finland and northern Sweden and Norway and Denmark. They like a bit of heavy rock.
There we go, already up to half a century of 180s this week.
Game shot on the second leg. Andreas Harrison.
This match is producing.
Be the real and present danger to John Henderson at the top of the table.
And he's looking for the top of the board.
And
he sneaks it in the top corner. Andreas Harrison with a 15-darter. It's a fantastic performance, a 4-1 win. This day really has been a day that's been littered with one-sided affairs. But he will return.
100. Ratio required 40.
Just the one.
Game shot on the second.
That will do very nicely.
Reece
Equalises at 1 leg all. And these two, I'm sure, are strapped in for a close fought match.
Niall to throw first.
Requires 107. Okay. Why not?
Game shot.
Wonderful from Reece Robinson, who's finding that flair and finding his form. It's really interesting.
Andy Bolton.
Oh, of course. That's what happens when you put the
Reece Robinson,
the dart in the northern part of the 25. You leave the bull.
Point proven as to what he can do with markers.
No, not the right time to be going straight for the bull. Not with Culleton on 36. He plays it safe. He plays it smart. He plays it sensible.
42.
But he does not find the target.
36.
Could it be a game where Culleton wins the last 2 legs again? Tightest game of the day by a stretch.
That's the play. Paul predicted. Robinson couldn't quite execute.
Niall, you require 40.
My word, that was a great attempt. But he might have his pocket pinched again. How does he hit this?
No score.
That was a nightmare, that second dart. It just laid flat.
38.
There we go. He gets that win. Apologetically in the end, Reece Robinson, but on the inside he'll be feeling good. Battle hardened after taking blow after blow yesterday. He finally got himself a victory when he hammered Gilbert van der Meijden 4-0. Now he wins a bit of a scrap, and that will be satisfying for Reece Robinson. They were.
Yeah, times are different these days. Free is expensive. I like this. 120 off. And there's an argument here for 25.
Whoa,
but look at that. He gave that the full beans on dart number 3. Tommy Morris, though, double 16. Steps off again for the break.
86. Gilbert required 52.
Good game. Taking his time. Doing a bit of a Morris himself here.
Game shot in the third.
Well, that was something of a collision, wasn't it? Deflected in. And he leads 2-1.
Double 16. Does the match continue? First, he wants to find the angle.
1. Gilbert, you require
I think
32.
That is him relinquishing control.
Yeah, a bit of anger from Morris as he faces defeat, but this is difficult. He's had one dirty deflection. This time he bends it like Beckham. Finds a target, and a 4-1 success for van der Meijden. Morris exits the stage sharply after that 4-1 defeat. The second on the spin for him, having lost by the same margin to Andreas Harrison after a good start to the day.
From 225. Double top.
41.
And a chance for Harrison because he was wise with his previous dart.
Well, that was pretty wise.
Game
and he's out Hendo there, Andreas Harrison. Having seen Henderson complete the 1-3-4 in that fashion in his previous match, takes out tops for the ton 40.
It's Hendo who has taken the impetus. This is for a break now. Is tops the play? I don't think it is.
I don't think he thinks it's a play, but he thinks he's blocked that treble 20. I don't think he wanted to go that route. He played it half safe. Didn't like the lie of the dart below the treble 20, and in the end, he's probably done the right thing again here, Henderson. He's been very, very smart today.
Yeah, very astute today.
John require 40.
He has been in a very tight match this week. His very first match against Robinson.
Henderson.
He needed to win the last couple of legs to win that match, and he could do it again against Harrison.
Increases level.
Yeah, but he might need this if he wants to win this match.
72.
So close, and Harrison could put him away.
And it could end up being tops for the second time in the game. Well, he's got better than that. Doesn't need 2, only needs 1. And he gets the win. Well, suddenly the match caught fire, but it proved to be the last leg. Henderson missing the opportunity to win it. And then Harrison going out in 11 darts to win that last leg. Harrison wins the match 4-2. Henderson.
So far, he's not perfect.
100.
Times this week he's found
40.
the high 90s range. This is better than that. Much better than that.
Gilbert van der Meijden.
28 darts for the first 2 legs.
Christian Kist, who's played here before, similar. Well, how about catching this fish?
145.
That would have been some climax to a wonderful performance, but he's a mere 330 ahead. And surely the winning post will be found
85.
with maybe his performance of the week.
Game,
there it is.
And the match, Gilbert van der Meijden.
Superb stuff from van der Meijden, who's turned his day around totally. He lost his first 2 matches 4-0, but has since bounced back with 4-1 victories over both Tommy Morris and now Gilbert van der Meijden. In that one, an average of over 98, 40% on the doubles, a brilliant 82 checkout in there, bull double 16 as well. Really
Multiple 9s? Not yet.
He's going to do the next best thing and tee up a 10. I feel sure it would have been treble 15 to leave his favoured double 18. Instead it's double 16 for a 10-dart leg.
32. Game shot in the third leg. Andreas Harrison.
Well, that's absolutely killed his average, missing that first dart at double, Paul. He's only on 119 now.
Oh, is that it?
Fourth leg,
He's beaten his personal best, which is just over 117. However, his average has tumbled by a good 6 points in this leg. But look what he's left. It might be another moot point 180 from Reece Robinson, as this guy goes for another 1-2-1 on the bull.
Game shot in the fourth leg. Andreas Harrison.
That has got to hurt. Now, did he think that was it? Did he think it was over?
I think he had a memory there. Oh, 1-2-1. That's surely the finish of the game.
Game on.
I hate to tell you, Andreas, but you've got one more leg to win.
He's had the 10 darter. He's had the 1-2-1. He's not going to add the 170.
125.
I think Reece is at the point now where if he gave him 4 darts, he'd still question if he could beat Andreas.
Andreas, you require 45.
He thinks it's all over. It is now. Andreas Harrison has done Reece Robinson dirty in that game. 112.23 the average. That is absolutely astronomical. It might have been slightly higher had he won 3-1, which he thought he'd done a leg ago, but that is by far the jewel in the crown of what has been an absolutely stunning standard in Group A across 2 days, but the best produced by the champion.
140.
And this is a good chance. Henderson really does like tops. So why would he go 18s? He's got his own route. And it's a route to success as well.
John Henderson.
That shot proves just how many routes there are for 108.
Great first start. That's absolutely superb. It's double 14. As far away as last time.
John Niraco 66.
He obviously didn't learn from the last one. Can John figure this out? This is just a hold throw. One of the biggest darts of the group. And he's up to it. That's so wonderful.
John Henderson.
And Morris will feel that.
Great first start. That's absolutely superb. It's double 14. As far away as last time.
John Niraco 66.
He obviously didn't learn from the last one. Can John figure this out? This is just a hold throw. One of the biggest darts of the group. And he's up to it. That's so wonderful.
John Henderson.
And Morris will feel that. That double 14 is firmly in room 101 for Tommy Morris. He's missed it twice by a mile. Why do I get the feeling that these two will be getting on very well in the practice room? I know that's left behind when they get on the stage, but two of the most likeable characters who come here to Portsmouth.
137.
And you have to be able to say goodbye to a friendship for a period of 15, 20 minutes.
99.
It's the nature of the game. Oh, great second dart.
140.
It made dart 3 easier because he could have nestled it in under dart 2 and he didn't even need to.
137.
Good thinking. And what a great last leg this is.
I may require 170.
Can he do it in the most sensational style? He takes a step back again. This time he's close.
45. Johnny require 124.
He's missed a couple of match darts in 2 different legs. But does Hendo hit what he couldn't? Oh, it's even closer.
No thought of the treble 14 there from Henderson. He's backed himself for the ball. Oh, that 14 has plagued Tommy Morris throughout this match.
17.
And he hasn't won the match. Henderson off the hook.
25.
Double 12. And he's back in touch with the Swede. And Tommy Morris will feel very aggrieved that he didn't get the result there. The only time he was not in front was at the very end, but the 14 bed had its say not once, not twice, but thrice. 94.33 for Hendo, 108 finish, that was key as well. As for this one yesterday, Gilbert won it by 4 legs to 1. And boy, does that seem like a long time ago.
100 Andres require 81.
Should be 45 for 36. And that double 18 is going to get a fair bit of attention in this match.
Game shot.
Have you seen an 81 checkout better than that? I don't think you have. Just one of the best players in the world right now because the numbers are ridiculous. And they are sustained.
180.
What has he got to do to get people's attention? Everything he does at the minute
58.
turns to gold.
Require 141.
Went 6 perfect darts in his previous match. That's where it ends here.
105.
He's on for another 10. Some people go their whole careers without getting a 10 dart leg. He could have 2 and 2 matches.
59. Ratio required 36.
It's not going to be a 10, but he'll take an 11.
On the 4 flag. Andreas
2 in a
Harrison.
row. And the average is getting very close to what we saw in the previous match. This is a
The flag
ridiculous
is
spell of
Andreas
darts.
to throw first.
The answer is no.
124.
He's done well,
Andreas required 20.
but it might not be enough. Harrison does have a perfect day and wins 4-1 again. He's going to be the person that is toughest to catch. It's not just based on his points total and his leg difference, but it's the level of play. For the 3rd time today, he averages well north of 100. And he did so by missing 8 darts at a double. The motivation is to just win a darts match. But he hasn't won the first leg.
Tommy Morris.
Another ton plus check out for Tommy the Gun.
And he those boards signed by all of the finalists. And sometimes one of the commentators as well, depending which one it is, whether it actually... Oh, well. Doesn't even need to look at the board.
I've never seen him do that before. I've seen him do that before, though.
Tommy Morris.
Tommy enjoyed it.
Why always Niall?
Gets Tommy to throw first.
He's a good guy, is Niall.
And Tommy Morris, I mean, you mentioned it. He will be 2 points behind Gilbert van der Meijden, but he had a better leg difference before this game even started. It's going to be massively increased here. Because that is a flawless 4-0 win for Tommy Morris. Superb, absolutely superb. Niall Culleton could just not get a look in. Didn't look when he threw that 180. Didn't have a go at a double in the game though, and Tommy Morris signs off in style, a thumping 4-0. But many players do come here and say it's their favourite throw.
Game shot on the third egg. John
was
Henderson.
Loose when he took aim at that treble 7, but he rectified it superbly there, John Henderson.
Gloss, you see? He prefers a matte
92.
paint.
Reece likes a bit of gloss though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's rather glossy. Gloss, you see? Well, how do you want to hit it? I know you want to hit it, but how do you want to hit it?
He wants the John Henderson to cheer it in.
He's not gonna. Oh, it was really close though.
45.
Right down the pipe.
Johnny requires
Just ran out of juice.
Henderson just trying to calm himself down. He's not used to getting involved in that kind of thing, is he, John Henderson? All business.
38.
And that's a really good attempt, actually. He didn't have much of that available.
Well, Hendo's got the darts on the last leg if we need it. They're two very different moods on the stage.
Help or hindrance?
No score.
Flicked off the flight, didn't it?
Johnny require.
Clear look at tops for John Henderson to get the win in the bag. Hendo hits. Hendo wins. Hendo goes level at the top of the table.